is Irontrader, and this is Midday Trading. So as usual, we always take a look here at crude oil and at natural gas. And today what we're going to do is we're going to look at some seasonality charts of the Dow, the S&P, and the NASDAQ to just give you a good feel of what goes on in September, October, and through the end of the year. Okay, this video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock, commodity, ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, now here we have a seasonality chart of the old Dow. Now remember, look at the bottom here. It's over a 20-year range here, okay? So that's what you're kind of looking at. It gives you a good broad idea. Now, again, it doesn't always play out like that, but a lot of times it does, okay? So right now here we are here in the about a mid-September going on. So this is what you want to look at. See where we had this sideways action, the first thing at that right around Labor Day. And then you notice that we have this going to have like a rally up here. But then what you want to do is you want to get out of this here because really end of September here, October is really pretty ugly, okay? So to me, I always look like for short trades or whatever I can get, and then we can always take this long. But then what you want to do at the end of October, start lining up your trades here, and then we take that bad boy long into the end of the year. Now, this is the Dow, and you can see here over a period of 20 years. Now, we're going to look at the S&P and the NASDAQ, and you'll find out that they're pretty all relatively the same kind of a situation. So when you look at that September here, just be careful here. Now, again, we have election going on here in the United States here, so that could be affected a little bit here. And we'll also have that Fed meeting. He might do a cut. I think he's going to do quarter point at best. Or people looking for 50. That's all nonsense. You got so much inflation, the CPI number, the PPI number. There's still way too much inflation here going on. Okay, so just kind of watch this area here, and then we can see how it progresses over time. Okay, let's take a look here now at the S&P. Okay, here's the S&P. You know, pretty much same old thing. Okay, we have that flat line going on. Okay, and then we have that nice rally up here till about the end of September, and then we have that sell-off, and then you got to watch that October, but then again, we have a nice buying opportunity. So what you want to do is when this starts hammered, when there's blood in the street, that's when you want to maybe take yourself a nice little bit long situation here, okay? So this is where in the area which you want to buy, you say, oh, geez, man, what did I buy anything? But then again, it's going to pay off here at the end of the year. Okay, so again, we have the same kind of a scenario going on as we did in the Dow. Now let's take a look here at the old NASDAQ. Okay, now we look at the NASDAQ. What do we have? Pretty much same old thing, okay? So we have that nice rally up here, and then we pull right back on down here in October, which could get pretty ugly. Again, I want to say we do have the election, so times it doesn't always play out like this. But if you look at the Dow, the S&P, and the NASDAQ, it's all the same scenario kind of situation. Now, so far, this played out good here at the beginning of December. We had that sell-off, and then we're rallying up here nicely. But I'm looking for a pullback here at the end of September, and then going into that election time here in November, I think we could get a nice good rally and then go right up. Because what it is the unknown. They don't know who's going to be elected or whatever, this or that. It's the unknown. The same way with the Fed. I think it's quarter point that they could do here in September, and I think they're going to skip October and then maybe go to November. We got to see how it is because they're going to be tracking them numbers very, very closely. So just take a good look at this. If you want to look at anything seasonality, it doesn't make no difference what it was. Just go to equityclock.com. It's all right there for you. Okay, let's take a look here at the old crude ski. Okay, here we have crude oil, your daily chart. Now, you can see here, we had that sell-off here. Came all the way down to 65.27, and then we had that nice inside day, and then yesterday we had a higher high, higher low, close above that 8-day, very positive. Now, today, we have this higher high, got as high as 70.32. Okay, so all you do is just look over to the left of the chart here, and this was a 70.82. That was what we were looking for. It didn't quite make it there, okay? So, but it got a little bit higher here. What do we have on this one here? You got 70.13, so you're pretty much right in the center of that, okay? But now, if this candle closes like this is a topping tail, and this could go lower, okay? Now, remember, one thing about crude is the reason it spiked up here is we had that disruption. Okay, with that hurricane, there was a Category 2, went to Louisiana, you shut down some rigs and all this. So you'll see the effect of that here in your EI reports here and the API here next week, okay? But you shut down some rigs, and that's what caused this here to rally on up here. So always got to pay attention. But if you've been listening to me for the last couple weeks, the last couple months, this here double top situation, this is a very bearish chart, okay? With that series of lower highs and lower lows. Even if this gets to the 21-day, it's still bearish. bearish. If it gets to the 50-day, it's still bearish because that's series of higher low situation plus the seasonality that is going on right now with crude. But however, it's a good trade. Okay, now UCO, I scalped 50 cents out of the UCO today very, very nicely. Okay, so now I'm flat. Now again, what you want to do, let's just look at the upside here first. 70.32. Next level here is going to be 70.82, and then we have that 71.46 level, which was basically the bottom of that candle. That gets above that. Here's your big target, is going to be at 72.15 level. But when you look at this, see your 8-day, 21-day, 50-day, 100-day, this is all waterfall. Okay, when you see waterfalls like we had here, boom, that goes down. See the waterfall? Boom, that goes down. You got to reverse that where it can take it right on up. But this time of the year, I just don't see where you're going to have this big rally going on. So let's look at the downside. Here's your key level right here. Okay, 68.44. If that's lost, we'll go right to the top of this candle, 67.97. We looked at yesterday's low. You're looking at 67.24. And then we'll come right to the bottom there. You're looking at 65.63. And then your big retest out here, 65.27. So realistically, if this candle stays the way it is here, that's a topping tail, and that could go lower, okay? Just like here, see, topping tail. See, topping tail. Never good, okay? You don't want to see that. See, topping tail. You don't want to see that here, so we got to see how this is all going to play out, but we had a nice little run off of that hurricane situation. Any kind of disruption is going to move the old crude oil. Okay, let's take a look here now at natural gas. Okay, natural gas made a little bit higher high there today, okay? So yesterday's high, we had 2.394. Today, we had 2.40, okay? So we just bring that right over to the left here, okay? So this is what you're going to be looking for. If you look at the bottom of these candles here, you basically at 2.41 level, and the next target you're going to be looking at here is 2.45, okay? But now we got this red candle going on here, okay? So that tells you that, you know, you got to be looking here for a buying opportunity. My buying opportunity is if you come all the way down here to this 8-day at 2.25 level, or even this 200-day at the 2.43 level. That would be where I would take like a buying opportunity here to take it back long here, as long as we hold that 8 SMA here. Okay, so the key level here today is going to be this 100-day. Okay, so right now we're below that 100-day. The 100-day is sitting at 2.33. Natty gas is sitting at 2.31. So we're below that 100-day, and I think we're going to head right towards. Now, again, if this comes all the way down here, that doesn't mean that this is a bearish chart. All that means you just got a trading action. This is Friday, no big deal. But again, if you can get this area and hold it, then that would be a buying opportunity to take this bad boy scalper right back up again. Now, if this is lost, then what you want to do is look to yesterday's low. You're looking at 2.229. And then we come right over here, 2.17. There's your 21-day. And then we have your 50-day sitting pretty much right there at 2.157. Okay, so that's what you're going to do for support. But right now, I'm looking for if we can come down here to that 8-day simple moving average here, or even that 200-day, that would be the buying opportunity. Okay, now say this is just reverses and goes back up here. Well, then you want to watch yesterday's high, 2.39, and obviously today's high at that 2.40. And then your next target is going to be right here, is going to be that roughly 2.45. And then we have 2.48. That's going to be your next targets if you can rally up. But right now we got ourselves a green candle, a red candle, I should say. And I'm looking here to buy a lower. Now I am out of my scalp, okay, for the trade. It was a nice, good trade there on the UNG. I'm out of the scalp. I'm still holding long natural gas because of the seasonality, but I'm looking to rescalp this here if it can get down to this 8-day and hold it. That is going to be the key. Okay, I'll be back here after your pit close, and we'll take a look and see what's going on with the old crude ski and natty gas. And remember, trade what's in front of you, not what you want.